Hi, Zuko here. So I heard you all were flying in the area, and I thought I'd just come and wait for you all here. I thought I should join your team, and I can teach you firebending. I'm good now. Well, not like before where I thought I was good and I was still bad. And I'm pretty good at firebending. I'm kind of a master, if I say so myself. I mean, you've seen me when I was attacking you, but Hi everyone, and welcome to Hennessy's Great Baking Show Avatar Edition. My cat is in the back screaming. Thank you so much for following me to the Hennessy Williams channel. We have a really fun surprise for you all. This amazing Avatar Last Airbender official cookbook. We have a lot of surprises. We're gonna be making a lot of nostalgic stuff from the show, so I hope you really enjoy this. I'm gonna have so much fun. Are you all excited? Are you looking forward to what I'm making? Well, if you have been seeing the updates I've been putting on, you know that we're gonna have some cactus fun out in here. So we're gonna make cactus juice, and then we're gonna make Avatar Day unfried dough. So this is really interesting. I tried this recipe earlier. So we're gonna make little Aangs, we're gonna draw arrows on them, and then we're gonna, you know, I guess like dipped them in non-oil and stuff. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the Avatar Day unfried dough. So let me talk about some of the ingredients you have here. By the way, this cookbook is really amazing. There's all sorts of things here. There's like kind of an Uncle Iroh Jasmine Dragon tea section. You know me, you know I love a good boba. It's really legit. Jenny Dorsey, who is the writer of this book, is an Asian American writer, and she has done her research because the different nations are inspired by like different kinds of foods. I think like foods from the Inuit folks of the Arctic. We have like Chinese inspired food, Japanese inspired food, and of course the Airbender section is Tibetan food. So this Avatar Day unfried dough, Aang perfected the recipe because at first, as you remember from the show, it was not good, it was drooping, it was not tasty. This is actually pretty good tasting, and it's all vegetarian because Aang is vegetarian. But yeah, for the dough, you're gonna need 1/2 cup coconut oil melted. You need 2 tablespoons honey. You need 2 cups super fine blanched almond flour. You're gonna need 1/4 cup of desiccated coconut, 1 tablespoon toasted white sesame seeds, salt, and then there's a dip, that's fun. You're gonna want mini white chocolate chips, 1 cup solid cocoa butter, and then for the icing, you're gonna want 1/2 cup powdered sugar, 1 to 2 teaspoons whole milk, 1 teaspoon light corn syrup, and then of course 2 to 3 drops pastel blue food coloring. Eddie, I think I asked you to get me the food coloring. I think it's up top.
Yeah, sorry.
And I just
slipped my mind.
Yeah, like if I was the Avatar, I could just and then they would like fall off. So I think first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have the wet ingredients first. We're gonna have the coconut oil and then tablespoons honey. Coconut oil in the summer, it melts. It was actually solid yesterday. I did heat it up and it stayed liquid, which is great. So we're gonna open this up. Extra virgin is good. So we're gonna want 1/2 cup here, and then we have 1 teaspoon here, and then we're gonna take the honey, and then I kind of just after getting 2 tablespoons over here, I kind of just like mix it in with the spoon itself. But anyway, we are making Avatar Day unfried dough. It's from that, I love that episode where like Aang gets like, they like put him in a stock thing, you know, that thing where you're like this, and he's skinny so he doesn't even fit in it. He's just chilling with like the prisoners. I love that. I love that so much. And now, okay, I had so much fun. I didn't. Finding these ingredients because like cactus pears and stuff, like I went to a Whole Foods, try to get all of my ingredients there. I hate Whole Foods, by the way. I think that they're annoying and like really expensive. They don't need to be that expensive. I'm like, I like myself some bougie groceries, but I'm just like, if you only have bougie groceries, I think I once went there to find normal chocolate. I couldn't. Everything had to be like organic, like single source from some like weird ass like greenwashing company. Like I don't know, I couldn't find normal chocolate, so I had to pay a premium. I remember being pissed about that. Now here's the interesting thing, because I bought my ingredients yesterday. I've used almond flour before. They're not kidding when they say super fine. If the grains are like too large or something, it's not going to like stick together as well, because essentially this is not baked. This is actually like frozen, and then that's what makes the cookies like stuck together, because you know, like Aang wasn't boiled in oil. So like we're gonna take 2 cups of this, and I'm actually gonna put it into my food processor here. So like one way to make super fine sugar as opposed to regular sugar, or baker's sugar is what it's called. Sometimes you need that for like special recipes like meringues, is you can basically make it yourself. All you need is a food processor, and you just like process it. As you can see, I don't know if you can, I don't really want to unplug it, but like as you can see, like the grains aren't perfectly fine here. So you're gonna want to make it even more fine. So that's why we're gonna put it in here so that this works. Means, all right, here we go. Yeah, so just let her get super fine a little bit. I don't know, like 30 seconds. She got much smaller. I think that was a pretty good run. I actually don't know if that did anything. This was my experiment over here. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna try dumping her over here, and then we're gonna mix it all together. And then we have our desiccated coconut here. And so you can get desiccated coconut. I think in most of the baking aisles, you don't want it sweet. You just want like regular coconut over here. You can also get a lot of Indian food stores, because like Indian food will actually use like a lot of coconut. You're also gonna want a little bit of salt. So we're gonna put 1/4 teaspoon of salt just right over here. I like looking at funny Avatar memes, and it was talking about how like Tenzin gets his temper from his mom, but there were some moments where Aang was really mad too, and even over some like petty things sometimes. Like of course he was mad when his sky bison was stolen, but like he was like, I almost like went into the Avatar state when he was watching that terrible play, and then it was shipping him and Zutara together. I thought, or it was shipping Katara and Zuko together. They were like Zutara fans, and he was like real mad about that. I thought that was funny. But eventually what you're gonna do is it's like gingerbread men. You're going to like roll this out with some parchment paper, some wax paper. Yes, wax paper. Okay. And then you're kind of just going to take this lump over here, and then just, okay, yeah, we're gonna work it a little bit. Oh, okay. Come on. We're gonna work the dough a little bit. Already this is sticking better than I think the first batch from earlier. But yeah, these are gonna be our little Aangs. I like how they're like kind of his skin color too. Like, what the fuck? I feel like that was like an intentional choice. And what you're gonna wanna do now, once this is like, you know, kind of stuck together, is you're gonna actually get another thing of wax paper right over here. Another thing of wax paper. And crush it here. So again, just like gingerbread men, when y'all make the gingerbread men. Now you're basically gonna roll this out, and you're gonna want it to be basically like 1/4 inch. So yeah, we're gonna roll out our little Aangs here. So you're also gonna want to have a baking tray, and then what you're gonna do basically is like, after you cut out the pieces, I'm just gonna have a baking tray as an example. You're gonna want to position them like all over here, and then you're not gonna bake them. You're gonna freeze them for about 2 hours, and then they become solid. So here we go. Here is like the mold over here. And then you're just gonna make little Aangs. I think it's easy, it's helpful to just kind of like, yes! Gingerbread gingerbread Aang cutters. Just kind of like squish them a little bit, that helps them come out. And I think these are already more solid than the ones I made the first time. The hard part is basically getting them to stay into one piece, because these are real thin, and like, they're just kind of like stuck together. So that's the hard part. I could be struggling and showing you all how to like get them onto the pan and then into the freezer. But really, I think my advice was I started just cutting them out and just like kind of like flipping them over onto the pan like this. But we're not gonna have to worry about that because I already made them earlier. Woo! And so this recipe should yield about 6 gingerbread Aangs. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Look at them! Oh my god, they look kind of like... These are the little Aangs. Now, they don't have the drawing, they don't have the arrows on them because I'm supposed to make them now. Oh my god, these are like... This is like Aang after he got like... I mean, he hasn't been boiled in oil, but I mean, I think something happened to him. Like, maybe he pissed Toph off and then she flattened him or something. But this is supposed to be how it looks like. But then we're gonna go ahead and make a dip. And then we're gonna decorate these. But for now, I'm gonna put these off aside because let's talk about the cactus juice that we're gonna be making. Okay, so we're making cactus juice, and I went to Whole Foods and I went to 2 Latin markets. I could not find any cactus pears. I think they're slightly out of season. They actually begin to bloom, I think, in summer and then all the way to winter. So I couldn't find them. So I had to make them with regular pears. So I have some regular pears for you all. But I want to declare that, what day is it today? That April 23rd is now officially Bonita Rose Day. If y'all know Bonita Rose, she has been on the show before. She's a great supporter of the show because she was like, are these getting moldy? She was like, we have some cactus pears growing on my tree. And so she gave me these little cactus pears that are on her tree. Bonita, thank you so much. So now I can scrape them and I can use them. Yes. Wow. Bonita, thank you so much. I'm trying to like sniff them right now. Oh yeah, I smell cactusy. So we're gonna try that. We don't have enough right now to make the whole recipe because it says that you need 8 cactus pears. Now, actual pears are a lot more juicy. So I had to adapt the recipe a little bit. So here's my recipe. You're gonna need 3 brown or green pears. You're gonna need half of a lemon juiced. You're gonna need a half cup of sugar, 1 quarter cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of hot water. And there's a really interesting ingredient in this. It's water, a tablespoon of water activated kefir grains. And so I had to look this up. Whole Foods didn't have them. I couldn't really find any place that had them, but I mean, let me know if you know more about this because kefir is usually like, you know, that yogurt that you find at a lot of like Middle Eastern markets and stuff. But these are kefir grains, and I guess they give them a tangy sort of taste that makes you go, oh, woo, woo. Now, the only right way to properly enjoy this cactus juice is if you lose your sky bison, you drop yourself in the middle of the desert, you like walk around, you find a cactus, you slice it, you drink it, and then you just like hallucinate for like about like, it seemed like half a day that Zuko was like hallucinating. So I guess if you want, you could take some LSD right before you have this, or, you know, like spike it with some vodka or whatever your drug of choice. But we're just gonna make, I think, a virgin version here. So what you're gonna want to do again, oh, I added one more ingredient I thought was gonna be cool, kiwi, because I just was like, I want this to, I don't know, I just wanted this to taste kind of like, I tried a little bit of the cactus, or the cactus juice, and it just was like, this needs a little bit something. So I got some kiwis, and then I also put like a full kiwi in here. So yeah, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna want your 3 pears. So pears, if you're going to make this my way, if you're gonna make it the legit way, you're gonna want 8 pink cactus pears. And so what you're gonna want to do, because you're gonna want this to be, you know, like as tasty as possible, is you're gonna want to slice these first. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn Bonita's pears into a shot. And I don't know if it's gonna taste good. That's why I'm not just straight up dumping it in there, also because we don't have enough. But we're gonna try it. And what's the worst that could happen? Like, I poison myself right on this stream? Fun. Fun, fun, fun. So we're gonna see what happens. So we are gonna have a little bit of that cactus juice for fun. So because pears have seeds, you don't want seeds in them. You're gonna cut off the top. Okay. And then just cut it into like really small slices here, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna blend them. Now you could also use a juicer and juice them. There's like some really interesting like recipes here, like there's Sokka's salmon jerky, which calls for what's it called? It's not a dehumidifier, it's like a dryer? It's like a, what's that thing where it takes all the moisture out of things? You know what I mean? yeah, and that's how you make Sokka's salmon jerky. Now, I don't have one. I feel like it's really helpful. Dehydrator. Thank you so much, Ben. It's a dehydrator. I don't eat meat, so I'm not gonna make the salmon jerky anyway. But yeah, that's really interesting. So there's like some recipes in there I probably won't be able to make just because I don't have like the resources. Also, I don't eat meat, but it's such a cool book, you all. So basically, you're gonna have your cactus pears, and then you're just gonna take these slices that don't have seeds in them. Now, if you have a crappy blender like I used to, these are gonna be hard to blend. So one thing you can do to make them softer is to soak them in water for a little bit, or you could possibly bake these pears. Now these are real juicy, and my blender is actually pretty good. So we can just go ahead and toss them in here. I'm thinking like in the show, there's so much cool stuff in the show. I just love that they insert these animal hybrids in the show. Like they didn't have to do that, but they were like, screw it, why not? And then so fire flakes are also in the Avatar book. Fire flakes, which they were at the festival, fire gummies, and of course someone from each nation gives the intro. So Aang, of course, gives the intro for the Air Nation. I want to say, I forget, I think Katara gives the intro for Water Nation, but Sokka also does a lot of intros for that. And then Toph, of course, explains the Earth Kingdom, but then there's like some other I think like characters that have a feature, like the cabbage merchant. I don't think he explains maybe the recipe, but then there's like Aunt Wu's chicken or like Aunt Wu's bun. So there's like so much lore in this cookbook. It's really, really fun. And then the funny thing was like, I just dropped that so y'all can take a drink. So once you're done with your 3 pears, over here, what I actually just did was, because these are really soft and I don't want the skin, is I was just like scraping kind of it off with my fingers here. So yeah, you're gonna put these kiwis in. So it's a very tropical-esque drink. So this is some hot water. And then this is actually already pretty sweet. So it calls for 1 whole cup of sugar for, again, the cactus pears. But again, these are real pears and they're like, you know, pretty sweet. So that's why we're using less, also because we're adjusting this recipe just because we're doing it with a smaller batch. So we're gonna have like 1/4 cup of sugar here. We're just gonna go ahead and blend it over here. And you're like, well, what about these cactus pears? Don't worry, we're gonna get to them. Okay, so if you can see here, this is my super special blender, my NutriBullet. You're gonna start on low and then go all the way up to high. Yeah, you're totally gonna puree this. So this is now the end result. So you basically, it tells you to put in the kefir grains and then you strain it out and then you like serve it chilled or over ice. But I actually have this pre-prepared. I was having this in the fridge the whole time. Okay, so cheers to Cactus Juice. And then I think we're gonna have to take a shot of Bonita's I think concoction. Oh, it's like a different color. I wonder, maybe it gets darker as it stays in there. I swear it was like this color when I made it last night. It's a pretty tangy pear juice. I'm glad I added the kiwi. It gives it more of that tropical flavor. But I mean, do y'all want to see it with like the cactus pears concoction? Because I do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour this in here. Normally I'm like drink if I have to wash something, but this time I only have 1 blender. So to be fair, this was like planned that I would have to rinse this a little bit. And then I'm gonna skin these, and then we're gonna ooh, look at this color, it's beautiful. And then we're gonna blend them. We're gonna turn into a shot, and then we're gonna see how it is. I hope this is good. Wow, oh my god, like the skin is like, what is this like? Almost like a dragon fruit? It's so interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and blend these. All right. So yeah, these are small. That's why you need like 5 or 6 of them, I guess. Eddie, can you hand me the simple syrup? Just got a little bit of this in here. So yeah, we're gonna try a little shot here, see how this is. And then if this seems like this won't kill me, I'm gonna go put it into my concoction here as a shot. Cheers, everyone. Oh, that is good. Drink cactus juice. It'll quench ya. It's the quenchiest. I'm just kidding. No, this is good. Shit. Okay, it's like papaya. There's like little bits in here, but all right. Now I'm gonna send you all on a little trip, and we're gonna go and decorate the Aangs right after. All right, everyone, we are back. I think I cut myself somehow, but it's just a flesh wound, so I'll be okay. We have our little funky Aang cookies again, but what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make the icing. We're gonna make the dip. Now we're gonna make the icing first. So yeah, you're gonna sift. I don't sift the powdered sugar, but you're gonna sift powdered sugar into the medium bowl. You're gonna add the milk and corn syrup, and then pretty much you can pipe it onto the cookie. And if Lucille was here, she'd judge me for like not sifting. So 1 and 2 teaspoons whole milk. This is actually Lactaid. Me and Eddie are both like slightly lactose intolerant, so I think this should be fine. I'm just gonna like eyeball this here. This is also 1 teaspoon. I am like guesstimating everything today. Wipe this really quick. Ready? Now I actually do have a piping bag prepared. I don't think I've ever piped anything on the show. I've tried. I've like done some, ooh, look at this like icing. This is really pretty. Okay, yeah, this is sweet. Okay. So it's like this like gooey like light aqua color, so I'm gonna add a little bit more right now. Boop. We're gonna go ahead and pour this into a piping bag over here. So we're gonna decorate our little Aang cookies. Okay, all right, here we go. Can you imagine Zuko doing this in real? Oh my god! It's straight up just drip. What was I thinking? Oh my god, kill me. Okay, finish your drinks. Duh, there's an opening. It just dripped on the floor. I'm so stupid. Okay. All right. Zuko, just everything blows up in my face just like it always does. I'm gonna have to go ahead and clean up a mess. So brief intermission. I'm just gonna go ahead and scrape into here. Okay, so I actually don't think I need this bungee, so I'm gonna go over here, you all. And we're just gonna try and pipe these little, these are actually like, this is too big. It's, oh my god, y'all, I'm like literally, it's too big. It's like, these are just like things on his head, okay. Wow, they look so much better in the picture. I mean, we might as well just like do his whole body now. Cause it like, yeah, it's like all over his body. Okay, yeah, this is cute. Wow, y'all, I need so much practice. Look at these. These are little like spider Aangs. Okay, so now we're gonna make the dip. It's 1/2 cup mini white chocolate chips and then 1 cup solid cocoa butter. Actually, while finding this, I found cacao butter and not cocoa butter, because usually cocoa butter is like the stuff you put on your skin. This is like supposed to be, you know, for eating. Wow. These are in chunks. I'm honestly thinking of like alternatives that are more accessible rather than like almond flour and stuff like that for this, and I might want to make a version of this. It said originally to use a double boiler, but I like don't have, I think, a clean pot and like this metal thing to boil it. So we're gonna actually do the microwave trick, which is actually more or less like just works just as well. So yeah, this is gonna be a sweet little dip that you can put Aang in rather than the boiling oil, which didn't happen because Aang saved them from that awful village. So that was the Chin the Emperor episode, and then that's when he turned into Kyoshi, and then we got to see the awesomeness that is Kyoshi. I've been told that the novels are really good, so I think you're gonna heat this on 15 seconds, sorry, not minutes, increments, and you're just gonna keep doing it until it turns nice and soft. So yeah, we're just basically, maybe 30 seconds is okay. We're just gonna like wait for that to basically turn into a dip, and then I think you stir it every so often. I encourage you all to make this yourself. Oh my god, you lost an arm! The thing with these vegan recipes is you can eat the batter because, I mean, this wasn't heated, this was just frozen, and it's pretty much like good to go. You can eat it whenever, but just when it pretty much like cools and stuff, and becomes solid is like when it's like really nice. So this is going to be the dip. Okay, she's melted now. Oh my god, these are like, Aang is coming apart. This recipe, y'all. Maybe I don't think I like did it too thin. I think maybe this is what's left of Aang. You're gonna dip him like this. Oh my god, it fell in. Okay. Oh my god, wow. That is tasty. It's very almondy. There's a lot of coconut. Like I said again, definitely if you're not having the super fine almond flour, legit you're gonna have to. I don't really taste much of this dip, if I'm gonna be honest. Okay, it tastes like white chocolate, which is what it is. This is tasty. I think definitely keep it frozen until you're gonna eat it, because it's very delicate. So that's my one critique. But cookies, you can taste the coconut, you can taste the almond. It's tasty, but not too sweet, which is like a lot of Asian desserts. So I think it's great. Can't say I got the full effect with this, especially not with the kefir grains. But this is like my little version of a smoothie, so yeah, I'd really love to try this one day again. But thank you all so much for watching. So Zuko says, be good, stay in school, think about your honor and your destiny. I'll see you all next time at Hennessy's Great Baking Show. Bye!